Today I'm going to be doing my May favorites. So as I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to be wrapping up books differently now. For now, instead of wrapping up all the books I read in the month, I'm going to be wrapping up all my favorite books I read in the month, and also I'm going to be talking about the movies that I watched that I really loved, and also the TV shows. The first two books I read in May that I absolutely adored were actually two audiobooks that I completely started listening to on a whim. That is Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling and Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me? And Other Concerns. I loved these books so much. For one, Mindy Kaling actually narrates the audiobooks, which is incredible. She did an amazing job narrating these audiobooks, and it was just so amazing listening to it because she's hilarious and so witty. It was like sitting down and listening to one of my friends talk about their life in a hilarious and witty way, and I loved it. Both of these, as you can tell, are super short. The audiobook was only about 4 hours. So if you're looking for a quick read that's absolutely hilarious and so witty, definitely check these out. And I had no idea who Mindy Kaling was. Like, I completely started reading these on a whim, and now I'm obsessed with her. I love her so much. The next book I absolutely loved in May was Dear Martin by Nick Stone. So this book is actually not out yet. It's coming out October 17. Mark your calendars. My friend got me this book at Yoast, and I'm so happy that she did because this book became one of my favorite books of all time. As you can tell, there's a black teen on the cover, which makes me so incredibly happy. So Dear Martin is about a 17-year-old black teen named Jester. He is Ivy League bound and he goes to a private school, but one night he's helping his friend out who is hella drunk, and he gets arrested by a white cop for no reason, absolutely. So that spurs this social experiment where he starts writing letters to Martin Luther King Jr. That's why it's called Dear Martin, because he examines Martin Luther King Jr.'s teachings with his life. And it's an amazing, wonderful book about racial issues in America. I just love how this book not only deals with some really heavy topics like police brutality and racial issues in America, but it also follows a 17-year-old guy. So you have like normal things like he goes on a date and like he's in class, and just I love that. Like, I love the balance between both of them, and it's just, this book is absolutely incredible. It's just, not only is it such an amazingly well-written book, it's so short yet it packs a punch, but it's such an important read that everybody needs to read. I'm so grateful for being able to read this book early because it was absolutely incredible, and I cannot wait for this book to come out so everybody can read it and obsess about it with me because it's wonderful. Of course, I gave this book 5 stars, and it's on my favorite books of all time list now. My last favorite read of May was Sweet Temptation by Wendy Higgins. So this is the 4th book in the Sweet Evil trilogy, and this book isn't actually the 4th book though, because it's actually the whole series by the love interest point of view. And while I do agree that this book is completely a cash grab, probably unnecessary, I actually really enjoyed this. I also listened to the audiobook for this, and the audiobook narrator was really cool. Like, he had a British accent, and Kaiden in this book, he is British, so it makes sense. And I loved this book because there's so many times in the original trilogy where I really wanted to understand some of the motivations behind the choices that the love interest made, because some of the times they didn't make sense to me. And this book really shed a light on like all those things that I was really confused about in the original trilogy. And I also just really got to know the love interest a lot better, and I really enjoyed that. I got to know him on a deeper level, and I actually ended up loving him and appreciating him even more than I did in the original series. So now I'm gonna move on to my favorite TV shows I watched in May. So the first TV show I watched in May was Once Upon a Time, season 6, but part 2 of season 6. And I don't really know how I feel about this season. I have a lot of mixed feelings. It's like I really loved some episodes. They were amazing. Other episodes I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. And I'm really worried about the next season, season 7, because everybody is leaving, and I don't know how that's gonna turn out. And the way the season ended, I'm just kind of like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm scared and kind of excited. I don't know, but overall, I did really love Once Upon a Time season 6 part 2. I mean, I am super biased because Once Upon a Time is one of my favorite shows ever. The next favorite TV show that I watched in May was Supergirl Season 2. Oh my gosh, the season finale of Season 2 completely destroyed me. I was literally crying. It was so devastating. It killed me. I loved Season 2 of Supergirl. It was incredible. Yes, I loved Season 1. It was so amazing and exactly what I wanted. Finally, a female superhero. But Season 2 completely blew Season 1 out of the way, and I was so impressed. Also, they brought Superman in for a few episodes, and that made me so happy. And also, the actor they chose for Superman is so hot. So, I'm not complaining. And the last TV show that I watched in May that I absolutely loved is Fresh Off the Boat Season 2. So, I watched Season 1 in Italian with my family, and we absolutely loved it. It was hilarious and just such a great family show. And it's still not released in Italy, so we're like, what the heck, let's just watch it in English. So we did, and Season 2 was just as hilarious and amazing as Season 1, and it also ended on like a huge cliffhanger, so now I really want Season 3, like now. Now moving on to movies. May was so hectic for me, and I didn't watch or read much, but I did watch one movie, and that is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So Zoe from Read by Zoe, she hosted this movie watch-along on Rabbit where she put the first Harry Potter movie, and then there was a chat while watching, and it was so much fun to watch the first Harry Potter movie again and just chat with a bunch of bookish people. I had a great time, and it also just put me in just like a huge Harry Potter mood, and now I really want to read Harry Potter like so badly and really want to rewatch some of the movies. So thanks Zoe for hosting that. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what you thought of this new format of wrapping up books, movies, and TV shows. Also, what are some of your recent favorite movies, TV shows, and books? Comment that down below. All my social media links are down below. My Twitter, my Bookstagram, and my Goodreads. Au revoir!